right, Celtics postgame live from TD Garden. Tom Giles, Eddie House. We'll have Scal joining us in just a bit. Celtics trailed by as many as 23 in that third quarter. Atlanta went on a bit of a run even after they had control of this game early on as they led it 38-18 after one. Celtics got it to within 9. Yep. Got some decent energy from one of the smaller lineups there for the bulk of the third quarter, but Atlanta just too much. What was the difference tonight?
I think the difference is, let's go to assists to turnovers, right? I always talk about that. We had 23 assists, and how many turnovers did we have? I don't see it on here right now, but we had too many, way too many. So anyway, with that, we didn't play defense. That's really where it all started at. Our defense lacked. We were slow. It started in the first quarter. We did pick it up with that second unit in the second quarter, and I thought in the third quarter that second unit played well, and we probably should have, rolled that unit a little bit longer just to see what we could get out of them, because I felt like they were bringing energy, and then we switched back to the starters, and we just didn't have the same. I don't know what it was. It was almost like they were just trotting in mud all night.
Yeah, I mean, that small lineup you're talking about, that Simons, Walsh, Ugo, White, and Shireman.
Yep.
Those guys tried to chip away there for a while, but again, Atlanta, as Drew mentioned there at the end of the broadcast, 18 threes, and it all started right out of the gate. I mean, the Celtics on Monday night had that 32-11 lead against Portland. Tonight, it was just the opposite, and Atlanta was the more aggressive team.
Yeah, if you look at all the easy baskets they had. Like, that's a late contest. You let somebody face cut you right here, a straight line drive coming off the corner. Right here, just pitch it over. That's a late contest, and I always say a late contest is like a no contest. That's not even effort right there. So you got to look at all of these things. That's bully ball, so you got to give him credit for that one, and then getting the rebound. And then here's another one. A late contest doesn't really matter. So I think that, like I said, I felt like we were just kind of running in mud all season long, and I feel like they took. The one thing about Atlanta, they got long wings. Their wings are handsy. They got, their arms are long, and they could play really good defense. And we had 16 turnovers, right? Our whole thing is, remember, I always say we got to get 25 or more assists. When we do that, we usually win basketball games. We're at 21, but 16 turnovers is just way too many.
I think it was 9-9 even at one point. That might have been at the half. Celtics had the 9 turnovers at the half with just the 9 assists. And we're down just 14. It almost felt like at times where it was somewhat surprising that the Celtics had an opportunity to get back into this game. You talked about that small ball lineup. Those guys, what was it about their ability to get back in the game? Was it just energy? I mean, it felt like Ugo Gonzalez certainly providing energy, Baylor Shireman providing energy coming off the bench.
They played hard. That was a different, and this is no slight to our starters or anything like that. I'm not throwing no shade, but they played hard. They played like they're starving for minutes. It's a difference when you're going to get 25, 30, 40 minutes a game, as opposed to where you like, man, I might not play this game, and this might be a game I could break out. And again, like I said, you always are auditioning for 29 other teams if you're not under contract, or even if you are under contract. You always want to put great tape out there for other teams to see, other GMs to see, and other players to understand this is how you play and this is how you get down. I thought that's what they did. They came out and played extremely hard. And Simons was amazing. He didn't take a shot till late in that third quarter. And to me, I would have left those guys out there. I would have let them rock for another 2-3 minutes because they were bringing a lot of energy. And the refs got in the way as well. I thought that was a flagrant foul.
On Baylor Shireman going to the bucket.
Yes, exactly. He went upside his head. Now, I'm not talking about, because anything above the neck, they say that's considered a flagrant foul. And he definitely did hit him above the shoulders, And he definitely did hit him above the shoulders and didn't make a play on the ball. So that little situation right there, we would have had an opportunity to really cut it down and put a lot of pressure on the Atlanta Hawks, because free throws and the ball. And if we score a basket, we get an opportunity to possibly get 5 points or possibly get 4 points.
And you saw Joe Mazzulla get pretty heated. He got teed up in that third quarter as well in that string of plays. We're going to hear from Joe Mazzulla coming up later in the show. But again, picking it up in the third there, after the Celtics got it to 9, then you had a quick 4-0 run to end the third by Atlanta. And then how about the three-point shooting? Because it felt like in the fourth, Celtics really couldn't get a stop, and it was just 1-3 after another, including the Nickeil Alexander-Walker one with the shot clock winding down off. I mean, that kind of felt like that's how the night was going.
Right. Well, this is the thing. Once you they're pros over there too. Their record's not that great, but these guys are competing and they're competitors as well. And so when look at that, it's wide open shots. So once you start allowing teams, it's contagious. Just like turnovers are contagious, missed free throws become contagious. Knocking down threes, this is not a great three-point shooting team if you think about it. You know, you don't think that Atlanta, especially without a Trae Young, is a guy that's just a team that's going to go out there and just beat you with the three. But right now, because they got a lot of open shots, they got some easy baskets. Before you know it, the floodgates is open, and these are pros. It's hard to stop them when they get going.
All right, we are going to take a quick break here on Celtics Postgame Live. Celtics falling in this one. Final score 117-106.